Good morning, children. Now we have to solve last two examples of practice set 4.2. But before solving that, we should know how does government keep the track of the GST collected. Okay. So, like in order to identify the citizens of India, government has given them Aadhaar card number. Similarly, in order to identify the traders, the businessmen, government gives them one number called as GST. Okay. Everything is monitored digitally with the help of computers. Okay. So every trader is given one number called as GST. What is GST? It is a 15-digit alphanumeric code. Okay, 15 character you can say alphanumeric code. Alphanumeric means what? Alphabet and numbers. The combination of alphabet and numbers. Let me give you one example. 27 A B C D E 1 2 3 4 H. Here let me write 2 Z 5. Now 27, the first two digits will be the state code. They will tell you from which state this trader is coming. Then next 10 characters is his PAN number, permanent account number, permanent account number. This is how many registrations does he have. This is a technical point which we may not discuss. How many registrations does he have under one GST? Z is a fixed number, 5 is checking the GST. So we should not know about all the details of this number, only we should know that it is a 15 character alphanumeric code. First two characters always represent state, next 10 will be PAN number, and next three characters are compulsory characters for further calculations. That will be enough for you to understand. Okay. So this is very clear that government will give GST to every trader, one number will be given that will be called as GST. It is a 15 character alphanumeric code. Okay. Now, the long form of GST is goods and services tax. Okay, or goods and service tax. Now, how many goods are there? I don't know. In lakhs. I cannot say infinite, but in lakhs, different types of goods are there from every industry. Okay. Like cosmetic industry, I don't know how many articles are there. Automobile industry, how many articles are there. Then hotel industry, how many types of foods are there. Okay. So there are many items. Keeping the track of the item with the help of their names is always difficult. Even for human beings also. Keeping the track is very difficult. But with the help of numbers and computers, you can very easily track any person. Okay, just put the number and you get the details of that number or that trader. Okay, similarly for goods also, okay, let me write here GST. Okay, so for goods also, for every article sold and purchased under GST, one code is given. And that code for goods, this is called as HSN. The long form is printed in the textbook. Harmonized System of Nomenclature. Okay? Harmonized System of Nomenclature. What is the purpose of giving HSN? It is easier to keep the track of the transactions of that particular good, that particular item. I hope it is very clear. So every good has been given a number called as HSN. Now there are so many types of services also. I have already explained the types of services which we see in our day-to-day life. Architecture is there, lawyers are there, doctors are there, teachers are there who are providing coaching, and there are so many services. Nurses are there, isn't it? Plumber is there. Okay, then building construction consultancy is there. So many services are there. All these services have also been given certain code. Okay, and that is called as SAC. Service Accounting Code. Service Accounting Code. Suppose a doctor is treating the patient and earning the money. So he has been given some SAC, that he is providing this service, so this is the code for that service. So HSN stands for Harmonized System of Nomenclature. What is this? It is the digital number provided for particular item. SAC stands for Service Accounting Code. It is the code given for that particular service, and using this we can create the tax invoice. There are two types of transactions which we have seen in the last class: business to consumer and then business to business. So there is a very small difference between these two tax invoices. Okay, when we will solve the examples, you will come to know what is the difference in these two types of tax invoices. So let us start discussing the problems now.